as always, by Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Here's the former Utah Ute Matt Gay to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that, because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
They'll start on the ground with Harris, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And some room to work. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down. They run again with Harris, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
That swung out wide to Harris. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up second down. Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Off the play fake, Prescott. He'll get that complete to Albert O. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. third down, it's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic.
Here's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. Has some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. The Cowboys hit 12-1 now to start play, and they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A give to the fullback on the dive. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Second and goal from inside the 5. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. He gets this down to the 3. Brought the power run out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. 3 tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. On play action, Prescott. And that is incomplete. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made the decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Working with a 2nd and 3. Prescott off play action. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. T.J. Watt, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. Gay's kick is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So the interception set up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to advance with points. but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Smith. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. On the give, this is their fullback. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
He finds his target, Beckham. And he will... First down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Play action now. Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jake Ferguson, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away all their weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice play, too, to complete the play.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. To throw is Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And able to work his way down to the 16. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's a bootleg.
He got outside the pocket. I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
But they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. They'll try to shake off the cobwebs from the interception he threw on the previous drive that led to the field goal, as now they're dealing with a little bit bigger of a deficit. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And now a carry here for their fullback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now Prescott. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you did? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, we were able to see offense and the defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1. It's Najee Harris now on back-to-back plays with a catch. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And Smith's throw complete to Freiermuth. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Smith. Here's Freiermuth again. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing again is Smith. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front, as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start in the Northeast, an NFC East battle, and a good one between Philadelphia and New York. And that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter. From there, it's off to Chicago. Check on the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. The Bucks trying to hold on and claim victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. and they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Jahan Dotson leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Steelers. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there. Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. So Prescott to the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Here's Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball. Here's Brian Anger now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing on 2nd down. Smith. And his pass incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fielded at the 33. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there. Prescott to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Prescott yet again. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception. Complacency and thinking this game is over.
Throwing again on second down. Smith. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to on that throw.
On second down, this is Harris. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They got to get into the 21 here on third down. Now Gino. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
Partner, this is certainly turning out to be one of those days. Here we are in the second half. They're being shut out. Offense is doing nothing. And you're just saying, please, come on, give us something here to your kicker. But even this is no good.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On play action, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Smith.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Smith. And he's got some space here.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back now in Arlington. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. On 2nd and 11 now. Smith. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Finding Pickens for another catch. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Smith on 1st down.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Micah Parsons buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing now is Geno.
Setting up the screen, Harris. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And Strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. A handoff as they run the counter play. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Prescott now. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And that'll keep this a 19-point game. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno down to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now this back out and set to go for their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Smith. It's brought in by him. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Finding Harris on back-to-back plays.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. On first down, Smith. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be too high. And incomplete. Elsewhere, they're on to the fourth quarter of MetLife Stadium. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there.
Open man is Duvernay.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now the throw here to his running back. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Again, Smith. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 41. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
Think about it. I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. In disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes just hold on to the football and take the hit.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Smith. And incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. And And this is going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. Zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect it. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6.
Ready, set.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pass complete to Tolbert on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a play fake here on first down. Buying time to his left. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
God for me, who could be against me? I guess all